Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is for the week of November 9th, 2025. Scorpio, let's see what is coming in for Scorpio for the week. Oh, there's a change in the wind. And we have you here, you're coming up as the thinker. So what is it that's on your mind here, Scorpio? Are you thinking that there's a change in the wind? Don't think too long and hard is what I'm getting from Spirit. Because what you're thinking right now may be irrelevant once this change comes in. So Scorpio, let's see. I'm going to put the tarot down, and while I do that, guys, please do take a moment to press that thumbs up button. I'd be very appreciative if you would. Thank you so much for everyone who comes back to my readings. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And for my newcomers, welcome. I hope that you consider subscribing at some point. Okay, Scorpio, in the area of you, we have the Fool. And we have the Page of Wands. Ooh. And the Eight of Wands. Wow. This is very fast-moving energy. A new beginning. This change in the wind. Thinking about a change. And once you do make that change, wow, you're really up and running with it. So you've been thinking for a little while about a change. You're thinking one thing, but now I feel like you're thinking another. Okay, so let's see where this is going for my Scorpios. What you need to know, the Tower, yeah, it feels very much like something that happens, and as a result of it, it's like you change your mind, or you rethink. Changing of your mind here. The Ace of Pentacles looks like something that you're going to go towards, has some solid foundations toward, and the Six of Pentacles tells me that this is something that's going to be very good for you, Scorpio. So you were thinking one thing, you were focused on a change, but then I feel like you've had something happen to you very recently, and unexpectedly you've decided to go in another direction. And this one looks like it has some legs to it. This one looks like it's like the land of opportunity. So you may be moving towards something that is a very fortunate opportunity here for you, Scorpio. Let's see. I'll get some cards from this deck. We'll see what you need to surrender in order to take this opportunity to the next level. Surrender to setting limits. Okay, yeah, I feel like when it comes to setting limits, it's interesting. I'm not really getting the surrender part. I feel that in the past you have surrendered to setting limits, but that feels very much like a past energy. I don't feel that you're doing that now. Let's see. We have surrender attachment to results. Okay. Yeah, I feel that you're surrendering an attachment to something that you had in the past. It had limits. Okay, that's interesting. I'm getting that whatever you were doing, or wherever you were, whatever you were focused on in the past, it was a limited time. It wasn't your forever thing. Okay. Alright, let's see what else is coming up for my Scorpios. Surrendering your belief in scarcity. Yeah, I feel like something's opening up. Like before there was limitations, but now I get more of an opening up. You know, the universe is asking you to open up. It's an abundant energy, and in this way you can remove blockages in your life, you can remove limitations, and succeed beyond your wildest dreams here, Scorpio. So let's see what's coming in for you this week. Wheel of Fortune. Now this Tower and the Wheel of Fortune tells me that there's a very very fortunate set of events, a chain of events that affects your life. And Scorpio, I feel that this is you, male or female, not meant to be gender specific. I have the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. This is a very powerful energy that I'm feeling around you, Scorpio. Standing in a very fortunate position. There's a powerful energy around you. You're someone, Scorpio, who does cherish the simpler pleasures of life at this particular point in your life. You're simplifying your life. You could be decluttering. You could be paring down. You could be downsizing. You could be living more of a minimalistic lifestyle. For some of you, you're bringing forth a new dynamic around you. You're giving birth to something that is a new lifestyle for some of you. For some of you, there is this energy of giving birth, of course. I'm not getting other pregnancy cards here, but for some of you, of course, that could be certainly something that's happening for about maybe one or two of you out there. But for the majority of Scorpios, this is about giving birth to this change, simplifying your life, thinking that things were going to go one way and then kind of veering off towards something else. Yeah, cultivating prosperity. This is you surrendering your belief in scarcity and cultivating prosperity with this Ace of Pentacles. So something that you were in the past there, it felt like something was very limited. You put a limitation on it. But now you're seeing things as in more of a prosperous energy. It's a mindset that's changed for you, Scorpio. One where you were thinking of you're very limited. Now you're really focused on, you know what? These limitations was something I was thinking was around me, but actually they're not. There's a realization around you, Scorpio, that you're not as limited as perhaps you once thought you were. Let's see, the good stuff that's coming in for my Scorpios. We do have the Two of Wands. This is you, that portal of opportunity. The Devil energy. And the Knight of Pentacles. You know, I'm not picking up anything negative about that Devil energy, because I feel that this is attached to you. This is a devilish energy, more of a cheeky energy, more of a light-hearted energy around you, Scorpio. Let's see. The answers that you need are coming. Okay. Be bold. Being bold. Making the move. A new romantic cycle begins for you, Scorpio. Oh, wow. For a lot of you, there's love coming in. I'm not really seeing it here in the cards, but for some of you, this romanticism is more about a romantic energy around you. Focusing more on the romanticism of life. More of a poetic energy, more of a creative energy. It's like the difference between a very black and white energy to coloring your world with pastels, with more of, yeah, it's more of a bohemian energy. It's being open to exploring new things, meeting new people here, Scorpio. Yeah, a new start is coming for you. Wonderful energy around you, Scorpio. Loving it. Let's see. Any advice for my Scorpios out there before I reach for the tea leaves? What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Yeah, be careful about that. You know, you've got to be. You do have the Fool, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So that's a very adventurous, very excitable energy, but you have to keep a lid on the expectations. Be realistic. Expectations we have are mostly delusional. Hopefully you're not delusional here, Scorpio. I don't think that you are. And impossible to meet. If we do have expectations that are not based in reality, of course we then experience disappointment, right? With ourselves or with a relationship with other people when they're not met. So dissolve your expectations, replace them with an energy of gratitude, surrender your attachment to results, go forth and conquer, but don't, you really do need to set a limit for yourself when it comes to expectations, okay? This is you in a very abundant mindset, which is fantastic. You could be coming out of a place of feeling a lack, feeling like things were very mundane, boring, not enough. And then you may have like a sudden mood change due to events around you, positive events, which is good, but you have to kind of ride the realistic wave here, not get too caught up, because you've got this new romantic cycle. You're being bold, you're making the first move, answers are coming, you've got a lot of good things coming in, you're cultivating prosperity, all of that good stuff. But when it comes to reality, you really have to give yourself a tap on the shoulder, Make sure that you're being realistic when it comes to expectations. Scorpio, any other advice here for you? Do you know all your strengths, and are you using them? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we're able to show up in our zone of genius. Yeah, there is a strengthening energy. I feel that around you, but again, you have to couple that with expectations, making sure that you temper your expectations, don't take on too much or bite off more than you can chew here. And am I letting fear stop me? Gosh, well, I don't think that you are. I feel that you're not letting fear stop you. You may have in the past, but now there's an energy around you, Scorpio, of doing what you can, doing what you need to do, keeping things simple, being bold, asking for what you want. But I keep getting this message from Spirit saying, temper your expectations. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Because that's a sure way to get disappointed, isn't it, Scorpio? Let's see, one more card for you. And surrender stress. Alright, let's get some tea leaves here, Scorpio. Alright, well, I don't feel I feel like you are surrendering stress. In the past, I do get a lot of stress around you, but now I feel like you're just kind of letting go. You're focused instead on thinking positive, which is all great. A sincere wish will be granted. I feel that what you want here you will get, possibly in March or August. We've got the rooster, an arrogant, boastful person. Be careful, guys, that isn't you. Seek out information that will help you. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. And work, achievement, and success. Wow. Scorpio, it looks like you're going to achieve success here. Just be careful that with success, you don't get into this kind of energy here. I keep getting humble. humility. There's something here that this card is telling me that this is the most important. Yeah. It's important to know our strengths, and it's also important to know our weaknesses. So we don't want to lead with our weakness. We don't want to, focus on weakness. But we also have to be sensible. Yeah? We also have to be sensible, because if we start feeling like we've got superpowers, like, I don't know why I'm getting that. Won't be for all my Scorpios, but for some out there, there's this energy of like being supercharged. And when we're in that kind of energy, we feel like we can do anything, right? But there's a need to temper expectations. You're not supposed to let fear stop you. You're not supposed to focus on your weakness, but neither are you supposed to feel like you've got all these superpowers and that everything's going to be suddenly everything's going to be open for you. It says that with work, you putting in the effort, you will get what you want. You will achieve success. There will be achievement overall. But you can't get all up in this rooster energy. That feels very much like very boastful kind of energy. Boasting of your achievements, that kind of thing. That's what Spirit is saying. Simplify your life. Keep it simple. Humble. I don't know, Scorpio, I'm getting really good energy off this. I really am. I really am feeling a very positive energy. Let's see, I want to get one more card. Yeah, I think in the past you've been a bit fogged in. You felt like you were navigating by the stars. You didn't see things. But now I feel like now you have this kind of very clear mindset where you know where you're going, you know where you're headed. This wish will be granted. Receiving the answers that you need. But just be careful about this boastful energy, guys. It won't be for everyone, but it tells me that a new romantic cycle begins, a new start is coming, but there's something here about tempering a confidence with this overly boastful energy, okay? Because if we're overly boastful with our success, we can turn people off. And I don't want you to do that at all, Scorpio. I want you to be humble when it comes to your success, but also just wear the confidence well without the boastfulness. Hope that makes sense. I wish you all the very best here, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, or you can go to my Etsy store. The link is down below, Gypsy Insights Tarot on Etsy, or you can just Google me as well. You can find me that way. Don't forget to press that thumbs up button. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, so please do subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and please take care.